Welcome to Thailand. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I just got relaxed. This tiny island sits in the heart of the Gulf of Thailand, surrounded by turquoise waters and pure serenity. Forget about crowded beaches and bustling bars. Here it's just you, nature, and the sounds of the sea. Everything you want from an island getaway. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this mysterious and yet to be revealed place is the ultimate escape from the chaos of Thailand's bigger islands and why it's totally worth the journey. Oh, and did I mention, this island has no 7-Elevens, no big resorts, and no crowds. Stick around though, I'll explain why this is the perfect place for you. Where are we? Well, wait one second. If Phuket feels like a packed rock concert, then this place feels like an unplugged acoustic session where you can hear yourself think. This is the Gulf of Thailand. Off to the east, the mainland. A thin stretch of Thailand, then Cambodia. Back to the west, the big Gulf, lots of little islands. Up north from us is one of the biggest, Koh Chang. Chang, I don't think it's named after the beer, by the way, the island, but Chang means elephant. This little island we're on is shaped like a starfish, 16 square kilometers only, or 6 square miles, with a mere 1,200 permanent inhabitants. 95% of the island is privately owned by 5 families, and they've intentionally kept development low key. So thanks to them, we have this natural beauty, Kapung Krap. And it's an untouched paradise. No 7-Elevens, no high rises, and only one ATM. Just rubber plantations, coconut trees, and beaches. That's the one ATM bank machine over there, so if you need Thai baht, this is where you do it. It's at a city building. And then one thing I just noticed too, this island's so small, everyone knows each other, everyone trusts each other. People just leave the keys in their motorbikes when they park. Well, where are we? Well, we're in Koh Mak. Mark it on your maps, only recently opened to tourism in 1985. It's a newcomer, but shh. Let's keep it low key and between us. We are officially, after a ferry ride, we are officially in Koh Mak. Wow, what strikes me right away about Koh Mak is it's, in one word, it's quaint. Imagine a tropical island with pristine beaches, crystal clear waters, and not a crowd in sight. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it exists. We're standing on it right now. But what makes this place so special? Well, stick around because in this video, I'll explain why this Thai island is unlike any other and why you should put it on your bucket list. You know it's a quality place when they bring you a welcome drink. Stick with me. I'll give you the whole tour of this place. We're at the Sivana Hotel. Sivana. This is my room for the next couple of nights here at the Sivana Koh Mak Beach Resort. As you can see, there's not just one, but 2 beds. And yeah, the insect net, that's a nice touch. There is this comfortable chair right here where you can lounge, read a book. There's a TV here, but I don't suggest we turn it on during our island vacation getaway. Very important, air conditioning, cool air is blowing strong, and what I like, hold on. And just like the beds, we have double the showers. One right there indoor, and yeah, one outdoor as well, so we can get a rain shower out underneath the clouds. Toilet check with, yeah, shabby chic lighting. Big basin here, and sink works well. I think what really sells this place though is the big front deck. You have chairs here with a table, beachfront out that way, and a big lounger right here. Sure, you don't have all the modern amenities or 7-Elevens on this island, Koh Mak, but when your front yard looks like this, who needs convenience stores? Are you looking for that perfect isolated beach far from everywhere and every care in the world? Well, hang tight, I got you covered. There are only 2 villages on Koh Mak. Ban Ao Need is located on the southeast of the island, where you'll find Ao Need Bay and the main pier where we arrived. This is a fairly large village with a temple, school, and a medical center. The other village is Ban Laem Son, located on the far northeast side of the island nearby Laem Son Beach. Koh Mak is like a time capsule. Thailand 50 years ago. Dusty roads, no gas stations, just shops selling bottles of gas, little souvenir shops, handmade goods, and that famous no crowds vibe. You got beaches, coconut palm and rubber producing trees, and pineapple plants. This isn't one of those flashy islands for Instagram posts. It's a place for slow mornings, warm smiles, and unforgettable sunsets. It's got an interesting backstory, which I'll explain for you here in a second. This is truly stunning, amazing. Right behind us we have the Ao Khao Pier, you see, and you can catch a boat there to these smaller islands out there and explore if you want. And this is the Ao Khao Beach on the southern side, because on the northern side right now it's quite windy. Do you remember when I said this island has an interesting backstory? Well, it dates back to around 120 years ago, the time of King Rama V. This island was just simply a coconut plantation. It was owned by Chow Sua Seng, a Chinese affairs officer. It was later purchased by Luang Prongpakdi, whose descendants still own much of the island today. The idea to open this place for tourism dates back to only recently, 1985, when a group of European backpackers paddled their kayak south from Koh Chang and wanted to explore some of the islands in the vicinity and came across Koh Mak. Jakrapad Travatetkul, the great-grandson of Luang Prongpakdi, then thought to turn part of his coconut plantation into the Koh Mak Resort, welcoming backpackers with simple huts. That resort, it's still over there on the northern side of the island, near where we stayed at the Sivana Resort. The island's celebrated as an eco-friendly, low-carbon footprint destination. A lot of the little resorts that dot this island put their beliefs in this practice of limiting styrofoam, plastic use, and using solar panels and encouraging eco-friendly activities like kayaking and cycling. You'll see the little signs for cycling around the island. And a lot of the resorts even grow their own produce. The council wants us visitors to enjoy nature and charm in the way Thailand used to be, and they want to keep this up. With rules like no loud music or sounds after 10 p.m., the council wants to preserve the nature and beauty of this island, make it for travelers like us to be able to come here and really soak in the true vibe of Thailand. Koh Mak! Buddy, hey. Oh, I'm gonna take you to the Bangkok airport, and you wonder what I mean? We're here on a tropical island. How can that be? Well, stick with me, you'll find out soon. That was a heck of a ride here down that little dirt path. I loved it, old Thailand. But we've come to a place that's truly off the beaten path, and we're here at the beach of Laem Son. Do you remember when I said I have an isolated beach for you that's far away from all the cares in the world? Well, this is it. It's not just a beach, it's a love letter from nature to all those in the world who crave serenity and solitude. There's an excellent little hut restaurant here that serves up some delicious plates of Thai food. And you can get a cold beer for only 70 Thai baht. That's around $2. get the beer, get a plate of food, and pull yourself up here to one of these tables, roughly hewn out of coconut trees. And down the way, the undeveloped beach all around us, there's abandoned boats and abandoned pier for company. We are up in the northwest corner of the island, and as such, is prone to get hit from high winds, and that's the case today. In these days, we've been having a lot of high winds from the north in the morning, so I've been escaping over to the south, White Sands Beach and the other beaches for protection, and it's been perfect. But up here, you're gonna get untouched, undeveloped beaches with people out here wanting the same thing that you want, just a little bit of nature and relaxation. And if you wanna mix it up a bit too, well, right there, she sells tickets. It's gonna set you back 400 Thai baht, but let me tell you, it's well worth it, because with that, you're gonna get on a little boat and you're gonna head over here to what they call Paper Island, Koh Mak. That island, the reason they call it paper is because it's flat like a sheet of paper. And over there, deers run wild. Also other animals as well. It's a beautiful little safari trip that you can take, explore the island. And I think it's one of those things that is well worth it when you're up here in the northwest corner. Kapung Krap. Couple of factors unfortunately working against us here with the high tide and the high winds. But don't worry, there's plenty on offer on this island. And if you're looking for something a bit more refined, well, I got you covered as well. This pier is something else. We just left the Cinnamon Resort there. You have to pay 50 baht to come out on the pier, but it's, I think, worth it. 500 meters long, they say, all the way out there. It's surrounded by lush greenery, untouched beaches. Off to the west there is Turtle Beach. Further down, around the corner where we were earlier, Laem Son Beach. This island, as we've seen as we walked around, it's small, but it truly packs a punch, and you can really explore everything so quickly. And out here on the pier, we're getting an excellent, albeit windy, view of our surroundings. This is stunning. Right behind us is the Coco Cape Resort down that long pier. Over there is our hotel, the Sivana Resort. And remember when I said I would take you to the Bangkok airport? Well, this is the place right here. Have you ever seen that poster at the airport welcoming you to Thailand? This is the image they used. If you want to do it, I don't recommend you do, but you can totally set up your Instagram shot, your social media shot on this pier. It's a photographer's dream. Right behind me, well, that's the Pearl Bar, and they're mixing up my drink right now. This stretches out to a second little hut here. We have a couple chilling out there. Off behind me, off to the north, well, you have the view of Koh Mak, where there's that deserted hotel and a beautiful beach that you can kayak to, or in low tide, you can even walk out there. But really, at the end of the day, it's all about coming out here on the pier and soaking in the vibes and just enjoying the island. If you enjoy the video, please do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Also, have you subscribed? If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button while you're down there. It helps me out a lot. Also, make sure that you're not going to miss out on any of the upcoming videos. There's also some Patreon information down there as well. Hold on, the bartender's calling me for my drink. Okay, here we go. Kapung Krap. Thank you. Well, now, the price of admission out here on this pier, it's 200 Thai baht. And you might say, well, why should I pay that? Honestly, I think it's worth it. And with the drink, you don't have to pay anything. And sometimes the price of a drink is worth $1 million view. And in this case, it only cost us 120 delicious Thai bahts. In Thailand, there's a total of 1,430 islands, 1,430 islands. And coming around this island, exploring the beaches, the piers, I think you could see why the Thailand Tourism Board decided on this island and this pier to showcase its country. You know, sometimes you can run yourself to the bone trying to see every corner of a town or explore every little hidden gem of an island, and you don't really enjoy the luxuries and what you're paying for at your home, at your resort. And I've learned over the years, just take a moment, relax at your home base, and enjoy what you're paying for. Relax, unwind, and let the hotel's charm work its magic. After a day of exploring, this is the perfect way to unwind. Coconut from the local trees, stunning sunset, and waves lapping on the shore. This is Koh Mak. This is the life. Oh, I want to tell you a story. All this luxury is not lost on me. I can remember the first hotel that I ever checked into. Well, me and my friends, when we were young back in the day in Oklahoma when I was growing up, we'd rent some cheap hotel room, maybe a few of us, 4 of us, we'd all go in together, put our money together, rent out a hotel room for the night. So we'd have a place to go and hang out, play our music, and hide away from our parents in order to drink some Budweiser beers and just relax. Those are cheap hotels, and over the years now I've become a hotel snob, and I'm very grateful. I'm still very grateful when I check into gems like this and I have views like this on a far off island out in the Gulf of Thailand on Koh Mak. You might be wondering, what is my story? Well, you know from all the Italian videos, I spend most of my time in Italy. I've been in Italy I think for 20 years. I have Italian citizenship, I have dual citizenships, and my goal the next couple of years is to move to Thailand. What do you think? That's my goal. I want to make my home Bangkok. Now, just let me have a moment to enjoy this. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm totally chilled out. Island vibes. When I first landed, I thought this place is so quaint and I'm just gonna get bored, but I just got relaxed. Got my big gun camera back there doing a time lapse, but I couldn't resist getting in the water here, putting away the coconut, and oh! My parents would be proud. When we were young, the biggest vacation we had was down to the Gulf of Mexico. We'd go down to, I think, Corpus Christi or South Padre Island. Maybe we'd set up a tent on the beach. You could do that. You could drive right down on the beach. Sometimes we'd sleep in the back of the minivan or something. And if my dad had the money, he'd put us in a hotel room. We'd get a hotel room for a few nights. 4 of us, couple double beds. Me and my sister, maybe me and my mom, my sister over there with my dad. My sister and I wouldn't argue. But to think all these years, from the plains of Oklahoma out here to the Southeast Asian islands, the Gulf of Thailand, from a cheap hotel to a beachside bungalow, wasn't a glow up I saw coming. And I'm super thankful. Happy to share this with you. At the start of the video when I said this place is the perfect place for you. This place, it's harder to get to. That's what makes it so special. Koh Mak doesn't try to impress you with endless restaurants and flashy bars. Instead, it invites you to slow down, reconnect, and enjoy the little things. I put a lot of these travel tips and hacks in my regular email newsletter. You can sign up for that. If you're planning only a 7-day trip to Thailand, well, I would suggest you stick around Bangkok, maybe Chiang Mai, and then hit the islands Phuket or Koh Samui, because those islands are much easier to get to. A direct flight bam, you're there on the beach, no problemo, no messing about. Now, if you have a bigger stint in Southeast Asia and in Thailand, like I'm doing this time around, well, then you have time to explore and get down here to the province of Trat and explore not just Koh Mak, but the other islands nearby. So how do you do it? Well, you have two options. You can take a bus or you can fly. And both of those options are gonna involve a ferry at the end, of course, to get over to the islands. The bus option, if you're familiar with Bangkok, well, it leaves from the Ekamai BTS station. There's a bus station right by the SkyTrain station, stop there, so you can go down there and get on the bus. It's an early morning bus, and it's a, say, 5-6 hour bus ride. I'm not sure on the exact time, but it's a long haul. And you get down here to Trat and the pier, and then you get on the ferry. I didn't go with that option because I don't like spending a long time in the bus, but they're nice buses, AC, USB plug, so you can charge your phone, chill out. It's more direct in a way, because the other option, the option that I went with, is taking a flight, and that involves first getting to the airport, and I had my flight out of Suvarnabhumi, BKK, and then flying from there to Trat, and it's only a 45-minute to 1 hour flight. You arrive in Trat, and then from there you need to take a little shuttle bus down to the pier, and then get on the ferry like you would if you're taking the bus down from the Ekamai bus stop there in Bangkok. Now, what I suggest is book in advance that shuttle service that takes you from the airport to the pier and your ferry to the islands. You can book it all-inclusive from one company. I use Bon Seri, I think it's called, and they handle the shuttle from the airport, they handle the ferry ride to the island, and in the case of Koh Mak, well, the hotels will usually come and pick you up for free. In the case of the other islands, sometimes you need to arrange that shuttle service to the hotel. But if you book it through one company, like Bon Seri, which is what I used, they'll handle all that transportation in one price. It's getting a little bit cold, but I want to get all these details for you out. I hear you if you're saying, geez, that sounds like a lot of traveling just to get down and see Koh Mak. Well, it is, but you can visit all the other little islands when you're down here and make just an island exploration trip, which is what I've been doing this time around. I visited Koh Kud just before this, and it's true, you're gonna need 1 full day of traveling to get down to the islands and 1 full day to get back up to Bangkok or wherever you're going. But if you plan it right and visit a lot of different islands and spend 1 week, or I was talking to a couple the other day, or spending 3 weeks down here, you're gonna have a tropical island paradise getaway down here. And it's stunning, low cost, like Thailand, and great conditions, blue skies. You'll love it, although it's a bit windy out there today. So what I suggest is visit the big island, Koh Chang. Visit Koh Kud, which I think is a great compromise between the big island, Chang, and say a smaller island like Koh Wai. But you should also put Koh Wai on your list as well. Little island, beautiful, but lodging is a bit difficult there, so you're gonna need to book way in advance if you wanna sleep on the island. So you have the big island, you have the small island of Koh Wai, and in between you have Koh Kud as well, which I've done a whole nother video on, and you have this little gem here, Koh Mak. And when you're here, you're gonna get away from the hustle and bustle of those other island escapes that are so famous, like Phuket. And you're just gonna get on the beach, you're gonna relax, and you're gonna feel worlds away from all those troubles and all your problems back at home, because you're in Thailand and you're on a tropical island. It's worth all the time to get down here to the islands, because once you make the trip and invest in the time, you're gonna be greeted by pristine beaches, crystal clear waters, and a pace of life that honestly feels worlds away from the hustle and bustle of the big cities or the overcrowded islands like Phuket. Keychain, picture of me when I arrived, and another bracelet. This place, Sivana Hotel, they're sending me out with plenty of gifts, highly recommended. Aw, so sweet, kapung krap. Bye. And if you're curious about even more stunning Thai islands, watch this video next. See you there in the next island getaway.